What is AOS? I need a shorter way to say their name. AOS. Dark Combre. Okay, this is a matchup I have done a number of times in my life. The name of this game is Land Azindel's Gift First. uh, they have no main board decays. They only have main. They have 2 in the side. Think I like our chances. We have to live until we hit 7 power. Might be difficult. Might be difficult. They have 2 Scorpion Wasps, 1 Stand Together, 2 Stewards. Okay, yeah, these Varus Favors aren't very useful. Hopefully we draw some other action other than this, just a Zindel's Gift. Like, we do need more than just a Zindel's Gift to win. But it goes a long way. It goes a real long way to winning. 1, 2, 3. I will save this one. I don't have a really good reason for it. See, that's a problem for us. That's what I would call a problem. Like, we need to draw one of our Death Strikes, or maybe, you know, a Witch or something, you know. Withering Witch would be a nice thing to have right now. Cool. I could have swung pre-combat with this, I suppose. I really don't want to swing at all with it. Could have Stand Together there. It could be representing their singleton Stand Together. Okay, they don't have Stand Together. So one option is Blackside Harbinger. Not a big fan of that. Let's push first. Death Strike. No, I need to guarantee the 7 power next turn anyways. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do that. I want to really save this for a Mystic Ascendant. I imagine they're going to silence this or deal with this in some way because it's spooky. Wow, I didn't realize they were playing that much Shadow. 3 Death Strikes. Well, I'll be. So that's going to put us in a good spot. There's the Stand Together. Wow, so they had their singleton Stand Together. That card is such a pain for us. So I'm glad that's less of a worry now. We can pop it with Blackside Harbinger. There's the Mystic Ascendant. Boy, this is going to be tough. Let's see here. I'm not out of the woods yet. I am going to block here. So we'll Death Strike this. And then what? Hopefully draw like Steward of the Past. Backlash. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna take a hit from this Marshal here. Secret Pages is fine. It's essentially like they drew a power. They just get to filter some out of their deck. So now, you can either play Staff or Harbinger. push might be better than both. I really want to have backlash up for when I play this Harbinger. Is pushing or blood casting better? I think pushing. Not blocking yet. Just not gonna. Dang. Dang. Huh. Are we just never gonna get an opportunity to play the Staff of Stories? Backlash was kind of a whiff here, wasn't it? I just haven't had a shot at activating this Bloodcaster, which is a problem. Alright, so we're going to do this. They'll probably kill the Bloodcaster, but we'll have Staff of Stories next turn, and hopefully they didn't rip another unit. Oh my god! Our opponent top decked very well. Jeez. I guess that's what Cambrai does. We just needed them to whiff one more time. Now we're in a lot of trouble. This needs to be one hell of a double draw from Staff of Stories. Like, we're talking Witch and Storm. This Backlash, not as good as we hoped it would be. Alright. Strike. Favor. Oh, we're not dead, but I don't know if we have any outs. We're not dead, but I don't know if we have any outs. Huh. I was probably supposed to cast this just to have more power to leave open Whisper lines. We're dead. Man, that's rough. He just didn't really draw the removal we needed to. Kind of crazy because our deck's like all removal. It's kind of the point. Oh well, we get 2 post-board games. Man, beat down by Marshall Ironthorn? Like, really? I'm sure there was a way I could have won that game and I just played it wrong. That last stand was absurd. That card is so hard for us to beat. Or stand together, that's what it's called. And they're going to get to board in more of them. Which is a big problem. Dimensional Rift can be good in this matchup if we get there. Generally, Staff of Stories is really good against them. But we've got to figure out what we need to cut. What is the cuts? What are the cuts? Probably the backlashes. The Sabos are okay. I don't know how they're sideboarding here. I don't know how they're sideboarding here is the real problem. We like have to figure out, are they going to be more unit based and aggressive, or are they going to try and bring in more disruption with the sabotages and stand togethers and decays and stuff. Stand together, crush, rift? I mean, maybe, but maybe we want to have a plan for crushing stand together like sabotage. I don't know. That's the question here. You know? Like, do we want these backlashes and sabotages? Do we think they're bringing in stand togethers? What are they taking out for stand together? Are they taking out their death strikes? Are they taking out the Combre healers? Probably the Combre healers. Maybe the Combre healers. The Vanquish is coming out. Like, are they bringing in the stand togethers before the sabotages? I removed 4/4. When did they have a 4/4? Their deck doesn't have 4/4s. Harbinger clears Aegis, but I don't remember them having a 4/4. I want the... My brain hurts now. Let me just finish sideboarding. Oh, Mystic Ascendant? Yeah, I had to remove Mystic Ascendant. Somebody's knocking on my door. This is a bad time to be knocking on my door. It's a really bad time to be knocking on my door. I'm going to go ahead and not play the Sabotage. It could be very wrong. Yeah, I had to kill Mystic Ascendant if they had a Mystic Ascendant. Right. It was Mystic Ascendant plus the Aegis 5/5 guy. Okay. Yeah, Mystic Ascendant says whenever it has in power, get +2/+2, draw a card. So if the top card of their deck was power and he played power, he would have drawn 2 cards and the Ascendant would have became an 8/8. It's just a must answer thing, especially when we were playing the get them to draw 1 card a turn. If they're drawing 3 cards a turn, we're gonna be in trouble. God, I have to cut so many cards. Whatever, we'll cut Dimensional Rift. I think I need both Omens though. I think it's too important. All the witches are good. The Staff of Stories I think is necessary. You need to get into a point where you're drawing 2 a turn. Rain of Frogs is real good, but maybe not. No, we need the Rain of Frogs. It's like our best answer to a lot of cards in their deck. We'll go down to a Singleton Backlash. So it's still good with our Omen. Cut a favor. We still have to cut 5 cards? How is this possible? I guess the stewards aren't that good here. There is pretty good value. Yeah, let's just cut all the stewards. I think we just need the double suffocate still. Trim down to... I don't want to trim too much power out of here. Last Word's like by far the most important card. I think 2 Omens is correct. 2 Frogs, 1 Feeding Time, 4 Death Strikes. 4... Harbingers aren't that good. I guess the Witch Storm combo is more important. Yeah, I could see cutting 1. I could see doing that. That makes sense. Essentially cutting a Harbinger for an Omen. Yeah, we'll do that. Harbinger's really not part of the win con. I can see cutting a Harbinger for sure. Makes sense. Maybe I'm supposed to cut even more. I'm not sure. We're on the draw. This hand is not the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Okay, it got a bit prettier. Like, it's also awkward still playing 4 Lightning Storms, but I think that's correct. Like, you just want to have the Withering Witch combo as often as possible. Here... You could be right there, Silverfire. You could be right. I mean, it's still a sweeper, though. Like, Stewart is a blocker, and that can be relevant. But it's not super relevant, because usually it just gets silenced. Which, hey, eating a silence is something, but it's not huge. Them being on the play here is just blows. Alright, there's the combo. So we have that assembled, and we have lots of power. I don't see a point in Death Striking a 3-5. There's just way more important things to Death Strike. I could leave up Death Strike this turn. Also doesn't seem that important. Bloodcaster or a second Witch? Bloodcasters are pretty good. We already have the first Witch. Now that Witch, there is an argument to take that Witch in that it'll let us do the Witch combo on 6 power. Which is certainly something. Okay, this is fine. You don't care about this at all. Surprised they even like have. They didn't bring in stewards, right? Those are their only 2 stewards of the past. Okay, there's another witch. That's kind of cool. I might play one now, just to kind of spook them. Yeah, all right. We'll play a witch here. Kind of relieves some of the pressure we're under. Huh. Okay. Boy. What an aggressive draw. So they went with the aggressive strategy. They went with the aggressive strategy. What do I want to do then? We can still just save the Witch Lightning Storm combo for next turn anyways. Could I play Bloodcaster here and leave up Death Strike? I'm not planning on blocking with this, but it could happen. Like, they don't have reach. We don't mind getting low. Man, do they really have... Wow, they have another stand together. No, they don't. Whew, okay. Alright, well, they got some power. It's just in the form of secret pages. Okay. So Vera can get back either of these. Or I can Celestial Omen for the last word. With Island's favor protection up? That's going to be hard for them to beat. That's going to be hard for them to beat. I could also just get Gift here. Oh, I should have done that while... No, they can't have Backlash. Because if I get Last Word and they have Desert Marshal, I'm kind of in trouble. Zindel's Gift makes them discard their hand, and I have Vera follow up. All right, yeah. Yeah, all right. We'll get Gift instead. I could also get Staff of Stories. It's kind of a hedge. Okay, they didn't have Marshals. But yeah, Gift feels better. Like, we have Death Strike and Vera as follow-ups. They'd have to top deck like a Fiend again. They had nothing? Sword of the Sky King. Wow. There's the stand together. Harsh. Wow. They kept in all the harsh rules and removal. Alright. Well, that was a good draw. So do they have any harsh rules left? That's like 3 down. 3 harsh rules down, 2 stand togethers down. We get to keep drawing cards. Sweet. And there's Omen for the win. They probably just scooped to this, but they didn't. Can respect that. All right, we win. Tied up. Okay, so they did go for the last stand plan. Do we want to change what we're doing because of that? Sabotages are actually much better than I gave them credit for. Much better than I gave them credit for. But our top end plan is correct. I still like the singleton backlash. Alright, so we want to bring in the 3 sabotages we have. I think we still want both Rain of Frogs. I think we both want both still. We want all the absolutely hard removal. Maybe we just take out something like a push or a storm, or yeah, we can cut down on another Harbinger. Are storms really that good? They're pretty important. I mean, you saw it that game, didn't you? If we didn't have storm, how are we winning that game? Lightning Storm's also very good when you know you're going to have the last word on and protected. Just because it kills everything. So yeah, Storms are pretty good. Like, I would rate it over the 5th Death Strike and stuff. I can't cut power, though, is the problem. We have to cut 2 things. I can see cutting a Storm. Because they're so aggressive, I think I have to cut a Rain of Frogs. And a push? Something like that. It's between this Lightning Storm and a push. Or this backlash. I want 1 backlash. I think I do. Storm Witch is too important. Alright, yeah, we'll cut a push. We'll cut a push. That feels weird. That probably isn't right, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, because this Combre is not really top end Combre. Like, they have only 2 Mystic Ascendants. Like, they're really a beat down, weird Combre. Like, yeah, we just need to disrupt these stand-togethers. Man, they get to go first again? Brutal. Yeah, I think the 1-up backlash is necessary for if we're in that awkward state where we need to sabotage and then backlash the spell they cast in response. Like, the 1-up is just nice to have. This hand does things, but not great things. Alright, we get the favor off. Yeah, our opponent only has 2 Mystic in the 90. Right? That's, like, weird. I guess they went up to 4 Stewards. I don't see a point in casting Velm Bloodcaster. Yeah, there's just no point. Okay. It's 1 of 2 sabotages down. Does mean we're not as protected against the Zindal's Gift. Yeah, this is where the Lightning Storms get a little awkward when you don't draw the Witch to go with it and none of your card draw. That is definitely awkward. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm going to use Death Strike here because Double Storm is an answer to Seraph, which is really the only other thing we're concerned with. I may play Helm Bloodcaster, but I'm not. Still not going to. Just got to stay real disciplined with this dude. Hope to get to 10 power. This hand is not what we want, though. This is a real bad hand. Oh, come on. We drew 3 Lightning Storms. Ah, crap. If they have gifts, we're in a lot of trouble. I mean, they only have one gift. Just debating on if I need to play this Bloodcaster now. I'm gonna just plan on them not having the gift. Bloodcaster would have been able to activate next turn. So they probably don't have gift. I'm okay with just double storming that. Stewie doesn't do anything. We'll save our Annihilate for anything else. Cool. These Wisdoms are going to bail us out. There's Sabo. Yeah. It's not getting any better. Ah, Decay. Decay, Decay, Decay. Yeah, we'll take a Decay out of their hands. So they have a Harsh Rule and a Mystery card, which isn't a Sigil because they just played a depleted power. Withering Witch. I could Withering Witch Vera's Favor here. Just because I do want to hit 10. So I'm using Vera's Favor anyways. Using Withering Witch, kind of a waste here with the Lightning Storm in hand, but we also have the Annihilate, so really this only gets punished by Seraph off the top. Power? Damn. No luck. No such luck. We'll just wait. This will probably force our Harsh Rules out of the hand. This Sabo will save until we need to play around Stand Together. Staff of Stories is just massive. That's massive. Okay, we're in really good shape now. Alright, there's Seraph. So... well, Sabo. They have Stand Together. Alright. And then we just do this in response, and then play Staff of Stories. Jeez. Second Decay. Wow. These Sabos were very good to bring in. Holy cow. They got 2 Decays out of their hand? Whew. And we got their Death Strike? Boy. Oh, this game is... over. So we can Witch Storm or Annihilate. Doesn't really matter. I guess Witch Storm puts a Witch... like, they're just gonna Wrath anyways after this. Yeah, this forces the Wrath. Like, Vera is essentially another Witch Storm anyways, so... you know. Meh. Alright, so our opponent kind of flooded there. They played a Mystic Ascendant and didn't get a trigger off it. Oh, God. And Singleton Backlash. Singleton Backlash is here. So, That's pretty good. I'll probably still let this harsh rules go through and save this backlash. Which might seem crazy to some people. But it's the second harsh rule that gets you, not the first. And we'll get a Bloodcaster here, I think. So I like drawing cards. Now they have to choose what to silence. They choose death. We just are building up so many resources over them every turn. All right. Rallied from the abyss to go 2-1. Right? That was game 3. And we run through 3-0 now. So one more round, and then there's a cut to top 8, which I guess we make in.